It's the Dekai Show. It's the Dekai Show.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Deborah from the Dekai Show. It is actually it's 1:50, and the girls don't go to school till 3:10, and I'm in line. And if you're not in line at a certain time, then you're gonna be here forever. So I have to literally sit for an hour to wait on them. So what would be good? Like my glasses. I started off this morning with a cute. When I say it was so cute, like I put my all into the style. It was like all curly, natural look. You know, this morning it started off a little inky wetter. And now, when it started getting hot, the sun came out, my hair just, whoo, it didn't even look like it did when I left this morning. So, I just pushed it all to the back. So I'm just gonna sit and just talk to you guys until it's time to get the girls. Let me see, what shall we talk about? Let's talk about this Royal Dean wedding that's coming up. I'm so excited. I'm literally excited. I took a break from, let me take you, okay, so we got engaged in May. It was my birthday and Mother's Day weekend, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. I was so surprised, shocked. I was lost for words, and I was like, well, this is a cool first time, vacations, both families appear at the same, facility and stuff. I was like, oh, this is so sweet. And then the day of my engagement, no one wanted to do anything. Everybody was either ignoring me, or I had talked to my sister and she said that they wasn't doing nothing right away, that they were gonna wait a little bit. And I was upset at everybody. I'm like, we on vacation, everybody want to stay in their room, why? So he like, let's just have us time, maybe everybody's tired from last night, because we did swim the day before. We swam a lot. And I was like, okay. And if you're wondering what this is, I have a sweater up. I'm off the top. I have a sweater up because the sun is right here, and the sun I'm sitting in the hour in the sun. Oh my God, it's terrible. So I kind of got a little fancy. Let me see if I can show you. Put a sweater up, because you see that sun? That sun literally would be on me. So I got a little fancy with it. Let's see if I can get this back where I had it. Okay, I did. Okay. So back to my story. So everybody didn't want to do nothing and stuff. So I was like, okay. So we went, me, him, and the girls. We went a few things, and he was so like, we were having our family time, and out of nowhere he like, all right, let's go back to the room. I'm like, dang, why? The girls were doing some kind of climb. It was like some kind of zip line climb thing they have for kids. And he was like, no, let's just go back to the room. I was like, why? I was like, we still want to play. So he's like, let's go swimming. He said, let's go back to the room and let's go swimming. So I said, fine, let's go swimming. So the girls was like, yay, swimming. They was excited to go swimming. So I was like, okay. So if you guys ever been to Kalahari, you'll know, like, the arcade from where our room was super far, and like it would take us a minute in the hotel room to like go around. And it was cold too, so he like, let's just cross the parking lot. And I'm like, man, look, I don't know what he think this is, but you see, this what building we came out of, and that's what building we gotta walk to. We driving from now on. You hear me out of breath? Man, you see the distance? You know, yeah. See how, woo-wee. I'm already tired, and we just walk, we driving. Where my OG at? My OG, I'm riding with her from now on. I was like, I'm riding with my mama from this point on, because my mama was driving, because that was a little distance, and I'm like, I ain't walking no more. So we made it to our building and getting upstairs, and the girls was like, what did they say? They said, Mommy, it's a surprise. I said, what's a surprise? And he played it off like, later, since it's your birthday weekend. Don't say nothing, girls. Hush. Don't pull out the surprise. And I was like, oh, okay. And then when we walked in the room, I'm like, why is this door? We had our room, we had a suite, and we had our kitchen in it, and a front room in it. And it had 2 double doors. And I'm like, why is these doors closed? I was like, I didn't leave the doors closed before I came. Before we had left, I shall say. So I didn't leave the doors closed. And when I looked at him when we came back in the room, and the doors closed. I'm like, why are these doors closed? And then I hear music, and then I saw flowers. I'm like, oh, my birthday present. Oh, because he always does something romantic, and he's just a little romantic person, and I love that about him. And I'm not really thinking too much of it. I'm thinking it's something like he let the girls make me something, but I was just so confused. I was like, I didn't close the door. So I was like, he did turn around for a second. So I was like, oh, he probably closed the door. And when I opened the door, bam, that was everybody. I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God. And then as soon as I opened the door, like the door was like almost halfway open, and I saw our parents, and in my head I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna do it, he's doing it, oh my gosh. So I'm walking in, and I'm just so shocked, but in my head I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening, and like, oh, this is so romantic. But like, I couldn't get it out. I was just so shocked and surprised, and I was so happy. I had a huge smile on my face. Like, if you see the video, and I'm gonna add it at the end, the proposal and everything with me coming in and stuff, and like, I couldn't stop smiling. Like, I couldn't stop smiling. I was crying on the inside. I was shocked on the inside. I was happy. I was like so much everything on the inside, but it wouldn't come out because like I was just so shocked and surprised that my best friend is literally, he was gonna propose. It was so crazy, and I was so excited, and then like I was like, oh. Then when I turned around to say, oh, and then he was on his face, I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, a million times. Oh my gosh, I just don't understand. That was by far the best birthday ever. That was the best Mother's Day ever. And it was just so romantic, and our whole family was there, and I was just shocked. Normally I'm good at knowing stuff, like it's some stuff he can't surprise me with, and then I find out, I'm like, oh, then I'm like, oh, but I'm like, oh, you put this together, oh, and I'm like, It was just so awesome. And everybody that was involved in it and was there, and people that couldn't be there but was so supportive. I was like, oh, that was so sweet. It was so leading up. So the proposal happened, and we was in Kalahari on our way back from Kalahari driving. That was like the talk of the car for some reason, me, him, and the girls were so excited. The girls look like it's the girls' wedding, I guess. It's not our wedding, it's their wedding. They've been having a lot of say so. So, in the ride back, we're like, oh, what's the date? Let's do the date. So, we had 2 dates, and then we had one for 2020 and one for 2021. And we're like, we gotta figure out which one will we think will best fit us. We was like, oh, we think we should do 2021, and then we were like, no, let's do 2020. So we ended up coming up with May 15th, 2020, and we were just so happy. Like, it's been uphill from there, and it's just been so amazing. And the next day after we made it home, I instantly went planning. I didn't want to be bridezilla when we first, because like I said, we came up with 2 days, 2020 and 2021, and then we was like, okay, let's do 2021, and then we both was like, oh, that's so realistic, like, let's just do 2020. That's the day. We said, we was cheesy. I said hello and stuff to each other. So it was like, okay, let's do 2020. Let's do May 15th, 2020. So we picked that date, and then I just been planning ever since then from that date, because when we set our official date, because I didn't want to be bridezilla. I didn't want to be bridezilla, or I didn't want to last minute plans or just be stressed. I don't want no stress. I said it from the jump. Said I wanted a stress-free wedding and a stress-free wedding planning. So I literally been planning since day one. I was like, oh, I love that place. Went and re-looked at the place. I was like, okay, you know what? I don't feel like looking nowhere else. We had 7 places line up to go look at to have where we're getting married at, and I was like, I just love this place. I fell in love with this place, and I was like, it was nice. The lady was real respectful. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like looking no more. I want to pick this place. And he said, yeah, let's just pick this place. So we went, and literally we booked the place the week after we got engaged. So the place is booked. So yes, I've been on it. So the week after it was booked, the week after our engagement, we booked our place, and then I started planning from there. I took off, like, started the finish line. When you finna start, I ran track when I was younger, so start, finish line, and then ready, set, go, and that's what I did, and came up with my colors. Bam. He's like, that's a little too girly. So I was like, okay, I'm accommodate. It's not just my wedding, it's our wedding. So I said, let's change it to the color the color that you want. So I switched the color to the darker color that he wanted, and I was like, we some royals. I always used to tell him that, and the reason why I used to always tell him that is, we used to always watch royal movies, like, and it wasn't just that we was looking for royal movies. Netflix got a lot of different royal movies and stuff, but if you out of nowhere, we're like, dang, I was like, every movie we watch is something royal in it, like the royal princess, or the royal wedding, royal Christmas, like everything that we watched, it was like something dealing with royal. So I was like, that's what our wedding gonna be, the Royal Dean wedding. And he was like, oh, okay. He said, I like that. And I was like, oh, the Once Upon a Dean, because the Once Upon a Time. I was like, oh, it's just the Once Upon a Dean and stuff. So that's how the Once Upon a Dean came about. And it was just amazing from there. And so after that, I was like, okay, so let me do my maid of honor, my bridesmaid, who I want in a wedding. So I went, I sat, and I wrote down. Everyone was like, okay. So I was like, I wrote who I want down in the wedding, and I went about asking them, like, oh, could you be in my wedding? That is that, be an honor and stuff like that. And everyone said yes. And we just went from there. Like, he went, he asked who he asked, and stuff. And it's just been nothing but blessings and perfect and greatness with us. Like, I don't know, I'm just excited. I can't wait until my wedding. We've been planning. One thing I could say, he's been involved. Like, he's been, oh yeah, like that, no, thought of this and that, putting his input in certain things, and he's been involved about what we gonna have in our wedding, or what we want in our wedding. And I went, and it's just, I don't know. So we went from the wedding, and I took a break. From planning the wedding, because when I took the break, I said that I didn't want my day-to-day life be nothing but only about the wedding. Not saying that it's bad or nothing, but I still have a day-to-day life I have to continue to do. And because from the day I got engaged, I like been nothing but planning it, because I used to, like I said I didn't want to be bridezilla. I wanted to be a stress-free planning. I wanted my wedding to be nothing but stress-free, like stress-free as much as I can. And so I took a break from planning. So I'm so excited, because October 1st I am actually gonna go back to being hands-on and planning a wedding. A lot of my stuff, I was gonna hire a party planner, but then, if you all do know, but if you guys don't know, that I make a lot of custom stuff. My mom make a lot of custom stuff. My sister make a lot of custom. I got a lot of people, like my sister, my mom, me, my best friend. She make a lot of custom stuff, and it's just, all of us make a lot of custom stuff. So I'm like, why waste the money on a party planner, and I can make everything? So I was like, I'm just gonna custom make everything in the wedding. So that got, well, I already know that. So I was like, okay, so that's what made me also say I could take breaks, since we're gonna be doing it. And now October 1st we're gonna start going back and planning it, and know what we need and everything. So let me see, we're gonna do all that. And then today I reached out to everyone just to update them on when I go get my dress in November. I'm so excited. I've been looking and online, looking at different ones I like. Like I said, we picked the royal theme for the wedding, because that's all we watched. We ended up watching was royal movies. And I feel like a queen. He makes me feel like a queen. He makes the girls feel like a princess, and he's the king of our little family. So I was like, that was work out perfect for us. And movement, two hearts Two hearts, one love. It's our quote that we go by, a little slogan like two hearts, one love movement. And we just gonna start visiting different couples and going talking to them, going over things and playing games at the end. And I think what we're gonna do actually is me and him, we're gonna talk about us, make a video about us, and we're gonna play some of the games that we're gonna play, and just go from there. Two hearts, one love came from the quote came from us. Like we have two different hearts. We have two hearts, but our love is one, and we come together as one. We're equal, and we just want to, get advice and talk and go over, different things. We can go over different things. Married couples that have been together longer than us. I think it would be more fun and educational and everything to go over and figure out, what we should do. What's next? Christmas. I can talk about Christmas. My Christmas ideas I am redoing my front room. My front room is literally chaotic because I'm rearranging it. So I'm moving things. Everything is out, and I'm going and I'm rearranging it to where one whole side is I can make with Christmas, and I want to make that one whole side it's called Dean Candyland or Dean Wonderland or something like that. I think it's gonna be Candyland again this year, and I've been custom making a lot of stuff for that, and I custom make a lot of stuff. Custom making a lot of stuff for that, and I want it to be. We had a corner last year. I'll upload a picture of how we had it, but we had a little corner, and both of our couches was out. But we're actually gonna move a couch away and put a couch. One couch is gonna be there. We're gonna take away a couch from in the front room, and I want that whole one side Candyland. Like, I want it to be so beautiful, and you can not spend a lot of money if you custom make stuff. It'll be so that's my goal, because how I want it. Custom making my whole Candyland theme, and we can go back to October's our event. October, I'm planning a wedding. Then I've been doing the Candyland themes. I've been custom making certain things, but also my daughters and them every year do trunk or treat and at their school, and we participated last year. Last year the trunk or treat was Candyland theme, and this year I have a couple themes in mind, and I've been making stuff because what I've been making could go for any theme. And both of my girls are now going to the same school, and I'm so excited for that. What else we could talk about? My wedding cake. I'm making my own wedding cake. I'm so excited. If you all know, I make cakes. I design, decorate, make everything from scratch. I actually am self-taught with my cakes. I literally learned how to make cakes by watching YouTube. I followed a few cake people online, and I literally, for 4 months straight, I threw away a lot of cakes. More so because we didn't want to just keep eating them, eating sweets. But I will taste them, but we'll throw a lot of the cake away because it's just 4 of us, and we try not to eat a lot of sweets. But I'm self-taught, so I literally was stay up all night watching YouTube, people making cakes. I took a class, and then I started learning. I started doing stuff. Some stuff I didn't learn on YouTube, I learned by teaching myself, by making a mistake, and I made a mistake to do the right mistake. So I made a mistake, and the mistake turned out to be the right way. It was ironic on a few things. And when I did that, I just kept going for 4 months straight, doing it. I think my fiance, he was getting tired of tasting cake. Because, yeah, I'll make him taste cake, oh, taste this, babe, taste this. And him and the girls, they would be my testers. And I didn't come out with telling everybody or anybody that I wanted to bake cakes. I waited till my cakes I felt was somewhat there, and then when I felt like it was somewhat there, that's when I started telling everyone, like, oh, I make cakes and stuff like that. So when I started making the cakes and I started doing cakes for different people, my funnest cake, and I want to make another one, was my nephew cake. My nephew had a Nerf party, and I made a Nerf cake, and that was my first time making a Nerf cake. And it wasn't, I couldn't find no good way, so I showed myself, like, I practiced and I showed myself, and I was up all night, literally all night. And I had to be to work the next day too, and I did not care. I wanted to make a somewhat perfect cake, because everything can't be perfect sometimes. And I literally was so happy. I think I woke my sister up at like 3 in the morning. I was like, it turned out so good, because yeah, like, if you started from A to Z with me with that cake, you would have known that A through Y was terrible. But I like woke her up. She's like, oh my gosh, that was so cute and stuff. And I text her like at almost 3, I think it was 3, 4 in the morning with the cake when I finished. And I text, we have a little family group, and group text, and I text that too. I was just so excited. I was like, and it didn't dawn on me like, oh, you're waking anybody up. I was just excited. What other cake? My cake, I made a cake for my fiance, and the black and mouse didn't turn out really good. It turned out boo-boo. That's how it looked. I didn't like how it looked, but that was like a nice cake. And that was my experience. So if you look, I'm gonna show a before and after picture of the cake I made for him, and I got way better than I was. I made flour cakes before, and I just literally, when I want to do something, and if it's my passion, I literally make sure, like, I learn, and I go on my way to make sure, like, it's down. Like, I don't give up. And making cakes was like really one of, like, I have other businesses and stuff, but I think baking a cake was the number one thing I always wanted to do. It was either be a baker or be a nurse. I really want to be a baker. And I think I put my passion into the cakes. That's why I think I was so dedicated, and I'm still dedicated into learning more. And I decided to, each holiday from here on out, so Halloween, I'm gonna make a video with me making a cake. I'm making huge pointless cakes for each holiday, but I'm making a huge pointless cakes because I want to get good all the way up until my wedding, because I don't want to wait till my wedding. I never made a big cake like this how I want it, and I don't want to wait till my wedding and I make the cake and it just don't turn out right. I don't want that, or something messes up or something. Like, I'd rather start now and I know, oh, I messed this part up, oh, I can fix it, or I know how to do it next time, and then next time, like, you get better at it. I'd rather me learn from each mistake now than wait until then and then get stressed out because I'm not doing the secondary plan. My goal, I think it'll be so emotional and so good if I do my own cake. I want to do my own cake. Is a lot of people ask me to not stress myself out when I get someone to do my cake for me, and the reason why is because I accomplish being the baker I am by being self-taught, and I'm so proud of myself for going this far and still trying to learn more and still willing to learn more and still going to learn more and still going to succeed more by learning on my own. And when you achieve something, you're just so proud of it. And I've been so proud of how I've been achieving each cake. Like, each cake I do it only gets better and better. And I think I succeeded in coming from where I was with making cakes and where I am now making cakes, that I think it would be so emotional when I make my own cake, my wedding cake, because when it's time to cut my wedding cake, I'm just gonna probably cry and be like, oh, I did that and I did it for me and it's for my day, and it's just, this was part. I think me making a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be making for my wedding is gonna be so emotional because my wedding I feel like it's gonna be so awesome and amazing and beautiful, that me taking the time and doing everything it got different emotions. I'm emotionally involved in a lot of stuff. I'm making it, so that's why I want to make my own cake, my wedding cake. But Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, what am I missing? And whatever other holiday that comes up and I point out, I'm going to make a huge cake. And the huge cake is not only because I'm making a huge cake just to make it. I'm making a huge cake because, like I said, I want to learn. I never made this big of a cake before. My cake, I'm making so big, it's gonna feed up to 200 people. And I'm not gonna start off Halloween, I'm gonna be near 200 people feet, but I want to learn. And like I said, I don't want to do the cake I don't want to do the cake and then I start like making mistakes, because I'm bound to make a mistake. I never made a cake like this before, so I don't want to make a mistake and then be stressing myself out. Like I said, I want a stress-free wedding, so that's why I'm starting off. So I'm making my own cake, and my own cake is literally, it's gonna be huge but not huge, and I'm just so excited about that. And so yeah, for Halloween I'm not gonna do like a more so wedding themed cake. Halloween, I'm gonna make it the size of how I want my wedding cake, or near the size of how I want my wedding cake, but I'm gonna make it more Halloween. And I'm gonna go live with me making my cake, start from the start to the finish, so you guys can see how I make the cake. I make my cakes long because I take my time with my cakes, due to the fact I know how I am with cakes. Before I started making my own cakes, I used to want my cakes to look perfect. So I know how my cake is, how how I would want my cake. So that's why I always try my best each cake to do how I would want somebody to give me a cake. Have a nice day. And if you guys want to be part of the love movement, comment down below and let me know, or comment on the love movement video. But subscribe, like, comment, share.
It's tea time.